I hope you all can hear me. I don't, I won't be taking too long of your time. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a few fights coming up. We have tomorrow night, which is basically, depending where you're watching this, today's fights, UFC Fight Night, Du Plessis versus Usman. The fight's going to be in Oklahoma City tomorrow. Uh, We also have BKFC tomorrow, which is going to be in Italy. Um, we have Lorenzo Hunt taking on Walter Puglisi. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And for the most part, the rest of the card really don't matter to me because I really don't know who these people are, and I I don't really feel like going through everybody's topology right now to tell you anything. But I'll give you my opinion on that fight in a little bit. Then we got last week's fight, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2, where we had basically all the fights were great except for the ending of the main event here. So let's start. Let's start with some gossip here. There's some MMA gossip for y'all. I'm pretty sure if y'all not living under a rock, y'all know this. Michelle Pereira is no longer with the UFC. And I'm pretty sure this is him sparring Sean Strickland right here. And I'm not gonna say like it is sad, but it's kind of like messed up that he um he gets booted out of the UFC off of a loss, which a lot of people. Well, I'm not gonna say he won that fight, but there was a lot of like blatantly cheating by Sharabulev in that fight, and I don't know what's wrong with like Herb Dean's eyes. Like I just don't know. I feel like Herb Dean's he needs a vacation, you know. I know these guys don't work every day, but I feel like if you see so many fights, after a while you need a vacation just to like cool your brain off so you don't get desensitized from the whole fact of the matter that you're literally watching another person beat the shit out of another person. And I feel like Herb Dean has reached that point of his career where he's kind of like desensitized from the cheating and all that. It's to him, it's just fighting. He is only here to protect you if you're maybe getting knocked out or about to get knocked out. He might watch a little bit while you get your brains pounded into mush or your eyes poked. It's like Herb Dean is whatever right now. But I thought that was a like little newsworthy piece right here. Michelle Pereira is no longer with the UFC, which my guy, my guy was a good fighter. I ain't gonna lie. If he fought like he sparred, maybe he would still be in the UFC. That's a story for another day. But let's get to the BKFC because I'm not trying to stay up all night here. So I say for the BKFC, the reason I was like it caught like this fight caught my eye is because of the iron weight championship. It's like what's an iron weight? Like BKFC is out here making new belts, making new titles, and they're not giving our boy Mike Perry a title shot, which is all messed up. Mike Perry does deserve a title shot. Dude's been in a run for the BKFC, and without him, there would be no BKFC. I know they gave him the King of Violence title, but that ain't nothing. We want him with the real title. But with this fight, you got this buck here. He's pretty new to the BKFC scene. Um, I like typology better. Uh, you got Walter Pug Puglisius. Like I said, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Not Mr. Walter here. Like he's got an MMA record, as you can see. He has two win streak and a body full of freaking tattoos. This guy's tatted up for real. Like why? I don't know. I'm guessing like he is really committed into like either he does this MMA thing works out for him or he's basically gonna go to prison after this. If he can't make it in MMA, it's prison. I feel like that's the vibe he's kind of going with. But he has a good, healthy KO win streak in MMA. I'm not gonna say he was at the highest level in MMA, but he made it to Bellator, which back in the day, Bellator once had the best fighters there were in MMA. That was probably a few decades ago. But now he is in the cusp of fighting for a championship, a second championship in BKFC. And I really don't know who that guy is, so I'm not gonna bore you with everything. And what you can see here is like his resume in BKF, BKFC. So far, he's like 2-0, and I like BKFC because the guy he fought. Oh my God, the guy he fought was actually he fought. Okay, he fought a real G because BKFC be sending people to their fucking graves. Be like, oh, you're 10-0 in MMA. This guy, oh, he's 3-1 in MMA. Cool, you can fight this guy in BKFC. Just let him vibe. All right, so BKFC's been like they given this guy like quite the challenge to get to where he's at, and it seems like he's passed those challenge. So tomorrow, um, I am definitely gonna be watching this fight. I'll probably even stream the whole thing on my Twitch or my Discord. I don't know yet. Whichever it's on, I'll it will be on. If you follow me on my Twitch, um, I'm pretty sure the link is in my profile. If you follow me in my Discord, link also in my profile. But like I say, everybody else here I don't really know. But here's what I know about Lorenzo Hunt. He is most likely not losing to Walter Tattoo Face guy here because Lorenzo Hunt does not play that shit. He's been only like his entire BKFC run is basically just him like fighting for the title. So I really don't see him. I don't see him losing. He's got the experience. Like he's got the experience in bare knuckle boxing, and he's a KO machine. And I really feel like this kid is in over his head. He's got a few good wins, but he's never fought anybody like Lorenzo Hunt. So I got Lorenzo Hunt by second. Well, this kid looks tough. I'll say third round KO. Um, it won't make it past 3 rounds. It's either no, this kid's not KOing Lorenzo. Lorenzo has this fight. Moving on. Let's say I'm making this quick. I'm not staying on tonight. If y'all have any questions, you can ask them. Questions about MMA, questions about the last week's fights, questions about this week upcoming fights. I will take them as I monologue through what happened in UFC right here. Let's start with the main event. I'm not gonna go too far in this card. I'm just gonna go to the things that were interesting to me during this fight card. We had Conor McGregor versus Max Bliss Holloway, the Notorious. Okay, where do I start with this? All right, Conor McGregor, mm, he comes in after this is his warm up. He comes in warming up doing this, and this is courtesy to UFC on X. He comes out, warming up doing this, and I'm guessing that was a game plan. Jump switch kick to the straight hand, which beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. The guy like looking at him there, bro. It's like I'm not gonna say he still has it, but looking at his body right there, it's like okay, he's a little slow. Like even that jump was a little slow, and it's like just when I saw it, I honestly thought Connor was scamming everybody, and he just did that shit to get out of a fight with Max. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything new on it. I haven't seen everything new so far is about the fights tomorrow. I haven't seen anything that suggests that Conor McGregor was like super hurt. Besides him, flopping like a fish in the middle of the fucking octagon, and it was a disappointing ending to the main event. To be honest, like after what we got in the co-main, after the hype we've had with the like the Robert Whitaker fight, after everything, we had an ending like this. So disappointing. No sweat was broken, no blood, just a torn ACL, and Max not wanting to beat the shit out of a man when he is down, which is honorable. Which is hella honorable of Max. And then I think this is a few days later. Don't quote me on that. We have Justin Gaethje, dumping on him, which he was telling the truth. Nice. He said a few things there that are true that I want you all to listen to.
Would make you that your face that bloated. I don't know what's going on. He looked his body looked fit, his face looked unhealthy. When you don't live the
He said something. His body looked fit and his face looked unhealthy, and that is because I believe that Conor McGregor, in my opinion, never stopped drinking. They see like this whole thing, like, oh, he found religion. I don't believe it. Like maybe, but he didn't stop drinking. Like the reason his face was puffy is because dude's not dude's been drinking for a while, and his body looks fit because your body's easier to break down and make look good through workouts and stuff like that. But your face is not the same. You can't really have a workout where you drain all this out of your face that quick. And I feel like Conor was probably still drinking leading up, like maybe 3 4 months before the fight. Dude was still drinking. He probably was still low key partying a little bit. He probably was still training. Um, but that whole like he was focused, he was in church and all that shit. I don't think so, bro. Maybe he went to church once or twice, but I don't think he was like the every Sunday found God guy who every Sunday he takes his wife and kids to church. He drives his roll. I don't know what he drives, but my point is like Justin makes a good point. Like he's been living on a healthy lifestyle, and I don't think um Connor is just gonna wake up one day and just stop all that drinking and all that cocaine and be sober. Like you can't go cold turkey that. I don't care how much money you got. After all that time abusing drugs, you don't just stop drinking cold turkey and you live to tell the story. That's some bullshit. All right. Connor's still drinking. He's still doing his thing, but he's just doing it on the low. Like let's finish this little scene clip here by Dustin Poirier. I
Healthy
don't know why I
lifestyle,
say
your body's
Dustin.
more susceptible to injuries. It weakens everything
Voila.
when you live an unhealthy lifestyle. The shiny, swollen face could have been telling us the whole time this guy's coming into this not at 100%. That he looks in the mirror
Yeah.
and asks himself, "What the hell am I doing? Why am I doing this? How many times can you do this before people start moving on?" He's addicted to the limelight, addicted to people talking about him. He's
Amen.
addicted.
That's another thing. Connor is a slut for the attention. He's an attention slut. Like you can tell by how he tweets during other fighters' fights. Like he's always going on a rampage. He's always drunk. He's always saying he could beat this, he could do that, and he's never fighting. And he's always deleting his tweets. Like the man is a attention slut. Like the man is basically attention whore. He loves the attention. He loves that Conor McGregor has a say so in this and that. And I feel like his the only reason he came back is because he felt like the limelight wasn't being shined on him anymore. Like after UFC 250. Like he was just, I mean, Freedom 250. Like the whole thing wasn't really Conor McGregor. It was like just Dustin. It was Justin Gaethje. We were all talking about Justin Gaethje. We were talking about Elliot Tapora. And yeah, they announced his fight on the same week, but like the only reason like that fight was announced and Conor took that fight right after UFC 250 is because he wanted to be part of the show. He kind of felt left out. So International Fight Week, which always been a big Connor fight week when Connor was active, and he decided, he's gonna poke the bear and
To
show
being in
up.
headlines. I don't know if he's addicted to the fight itself anymore. If it's a torn ACL, that's another
Nah, I don't
year.
think
At
he's
his age,
addicted
I
to the
think he's
fight no
done. He's
more.
done. He'll never come back the same.
Well, Conor McGregor, addicted to the fight, would have fought through that torn ACL, but this new version, cookie cutter McGregor with this fucking weird ass mohawk, is not fighting through a broken toe. Bro, this dude will sprain his toe on the side of the octagon and he will stop fighting. He will take the doctor stoppage loss.
But how many times can you cry wolf? We're not coming. We're not flying across the world to watch you fight. We know what we get with you. With the record-breaking career he's had, I would just hate to see him be a freak show fighter like that and only come out for these exhibitions. That's not real fighting to me. I hope he stays on the track in his normal day-to-day life, man.
I don't know, man. Torn MCL is gonna be out for 6 months. Basically next year, by the time he comes back, he's gonna be 38. Like, what can we expect from a 38 to a 39-year-old Conor McGregor? 37-year-old Conor McGregor blew his shit up just by throwing a switch kick. Like, can we expect anything from him?
I saw earlier this week, uh, he said
And
karma's a
Dustin
mirror, and
Uncle
it definitely is, man. This guy's a dirtbag, and I don't know if
dumping
it's nervous
on
energy. I don't
the
know
dude
why
while
he
he's
would start
down.
a fight like that. They're saying this was planned to start the fight like that. There's footage of him like training to open the fight with this.
And it was planned for him to start the fight like that, and it did not go as planned because Conor McGregor is old, man. I'm not saying he's old as a person, but he's getting up there in age. Especially, I don't think he's in his prime anymore. He spent his prime doing coke and getting drunk on yachts. Like this dude literally lived on the ocean and spent so like every now and then when he needs to buy some more whiskey and cocaine, he realizes there's land. He has to go into land to get his whiskey, cocaine, and shit like that. Dude spent so much time on that yacht, and that's not me hating on Conor McGregor. It's just we all saw the writing in the wall, and like my boy Dustin Poirier say, karma is a mirror, and that's it. Karma is a mirror. That's his karma. I mean, karma. Yeah, man, he did not do the work. He did not put in the work, and he got beat. All right. Another fight that was on the fight card was Patty, and that's a good segue. That co-main event. That's a good segue to it. That submission, I don't know how. Patty came up with it. I don't know how many of his training partners he does that to, but y'all, if Patty does that to y'all every freaking time y'all roll, yeah, I mean, put that shit up. Put that shit up. He has to be the new face of the UFC, man. Like this guy is the guy when he comes up, win, lose or draw, he shows up. He fights, he wins spectacularly, and he loses spectacularly. Like he doesn't lose boring decisions. It's like fights where like they go to the teeth, man. And again, if our boy Michel Pereira, if he fought the way he sparred, he'd probably still be in the UFC. Look at Benoit, bro. Right here in French in his head, he's thinking about all of his life choices that led here. He's thinking to himself, he could have retired from everything, probably got like a smooth job doing, I don't know, some shit that is like, that does not have you in the limelight. Something that people are not gonna see you ass tooted up like that and getting choked out like in front of like millions, millions and millions and millions of like right in front of millions of people. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. That is hella crazy. MMA on point. Shout out to MMA on point for this from UFC Espanol also. And this is like a crazy submission for real. And another fight, moving on, not sticking too much. Mario Batista versus Corey Sanhagen was one hell of a fight. I I honestly had Corey Sanhagen beating Mario Batista, and I did not think Mario Batista had that dog in him. But Mario Batista is the type of man to tell the haters, y'all can fuck off. Y'all don't know me like that. I am that dog. I don't have that dog in me. That dog got me in him. And pause. And it might sound weird. I don't know. But what I'm saying is Mario Batista showed up and literally destroyed Corey Sanhagen's knee with that knee bore or whatever that cool ass knee bore that everybody's doing now. Um, shred dude's knee up, then beats him up for two freaking rounds. Just beats the dog piss out of Corey Sanhagen. And Corey Sanhagen was not taking it, laying on his back. Corey Sanhagen was fighting back, but Corey Sanhagen got beat. Like he got beat, man. Shout out to Mario Batista. That was an amazing fight. Moving on downwards on the card, we had Brendan Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh, or Loney Kavanaugh as they call him. Uh, Loney came in early, started doing his thing. He was hitting Royval with some shots and everything. But then Royval, man, just decided, you know what? I'm not taking a step backwards from this kid. I'm gonna show this kid like I am where I am in the UFC right now. And Roval put that raw dog in him, bro. And Roval just started moving forward, knocked Kid down once. Kid got back up. It was a beautiful fight, but Roval was just too much, man. Cut him up, beating him up against the cage. Those body shots, those head shots. The jab was like Roval was just fighting, bro. And that forward pressure that he kept on him, bro, it just shows him why he's a vet. Like he's a vet. And Loner, he has a good win against Brendan Moreno, but I would love to see him run that back with Brendan Moreno. I really would love to see it. Maybe not today, but one day I would love to see Brandon Moreno run that back. And I kind of feel like Brandon Moreno fell for the trap of this is a new kid. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna show him why I was the champ, and not knowing that this kid was a sniper the whole time. And to start off the main card, man, Bobby Green versus Terrence McKinney. Like I said it, Bobby Green was going to either. I mean, I said Terrence McKinney was either going to knock Bobby Green out early in the very first round, or else Bobby Green would knock Terrence McKinney out like somewhere in the second round. I sometime. I like I just had that feeling like at one point he was just gonna knock dude out. And that happened. He knocked dude out and it was not before probably one of the best first rounds I've seen in recent memory. Because Terrence McKinney, bro, was beating the shit out of our boy. Like he was putting the beats on King Green. I was like, man, this fight is over. Like seeing Bobby on, like, apologize to the King, seeing King Green on his back, getting punched and like getting worked on like that, and still fighting, and was able to get like was able to survive all that, like all the ground and pound submission attempts and talking shit, and like we still got 1 minute, 1 minute and 30 left, and then like all the shit talk he was doing to Terrence, and Terrence got up. He was tired from trying to take out the King, and then Bobby Green just shut that shit down with a body shot. That's why the dude is the King, and I'm still calling him Bobby Green out of habit. But King Green got up and hit dude with one body shot, and was like, that was that. That was all he wrote. That's what the King said, and the fight was over. And shout out to Terrence McKinney, bro. Like this guy is like, who can I like? This guy, he's one of those, he's one of those people, bro. At any given night, he could beat anybody. At any given night, he could lose to anybody. At any given night. And it's so true for him, bro. It's just like he has a chin problem. He has a chin. I feel like he has a chin problem, and uh, like you know, it's just sometimes, bro, he's just not with it. And to kick off our like our feature prelims, I might skip a few because I don't want to be talking all night. My face hurts. Plus I have to. But Bobby Knuckles, man, like the like one, he proved me wrong in his fight. The fact that took like he took out Nikita Krylov. I literally thought Bobby Knuckles was about to get a rude awakening, moving up to another weight class. But no, man. Um, Bobby Knuckles showed us why he's Bobby Knuckles and why he was a um two-time middleweight champ. I mean, kudos to him, man. Like he needed this win. Uh, I'm not the one to tell people when to retire. Should he have retired? If he had retired after that fight, I wouldn't have been mad. I'd been like, yeah, he went up and he won. But I feel like he is going to try to get a title run. And, after how he looked, despite his criticism because of his BMI by Joe Rogan, besides Joe Rogan criticizing my boys like, wait a little bit, Knuckles looked great. He was fast, he was powerful, and he got the job done. And I can't wait to see him in his next fight. Who does he fight next? I don't know. I'm not the matchmakers. I'm not the UFC, but it's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be something soon. and we're gonna love it. That's all I know. We're all gonna love it. All right, skipping. Okay, Gable Stevenson versus Elisha Ellison was a very good fight. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about this fight real quick, and then I'm gonna move on from this card, since we all know what happened at this point. But this fight right here, Adrian Yanez versus Cody Garbrandt, I called it. I called this fight exactly because I was like Cody Garbrandt has a problem right now, and I'm gonna tell you what's the problem. Cody Garbrandt is hella skilled, right? He's got he's probably one of the most skilled bantamweights out there in terms of striking. But his problem is he's got no chin. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. Cody Garbrandt has zero chin. So anytime he gets hit, he gets put to sleep. And that is kind of a knock on him. Like I said, he's skilled, but overall at the end of the day, his preferred method of winning fights put him in the same danger that he's trying to put his opponent in on. Cody Garbrandt can knock anybody out. But at the same time, if your chin is better than Cody Garbrandt, you are going to knock this guy out without really even trying hard. He is becoming the Luke Rockhold of the bantamweight division. And like I said again, I'm not the one to tell a guy when to retire, but I felt like that was a decision he was going to make, and he probably didn't get the chance, and he felt like karma's like, well, that is not the right way to block a yawn. Don't clip that, please. But Jesus Christ, I am tired. What was I saying? But yes, uh, I felt like he was going to retire, and the only reason he did not retire is because he did not get an interview with Joe Rogan because he did take the gloves off. I felt like his heart felt like it was time to go, which I don't know, man. I think he's coaching, and I think Cody Garbrandt will make a good coach. Plus, he's a very influential person. But the thing is, these guys can't just walk away from this, and they'll have Cody Garbrandt will have a hard time walking away from MMA. And like, if something don't change in his training, if it's a new team that he needs, I don't know. But if something don't change, he's gonna be like the next Tony Ferguson. It's just he's just gonna be catching L's and L's and L's and L's and L's and L's until we'll forget that the man was like once upon a time the greatest bantamweight on the planet. And that's just the problem of Cody Garbrandt. And that's all I wanted to say about this card. Nothing else mattered. Nothing else. All right, let's move to the actual card that we are that I'm definitely gonna be streaming tomorrow morning. Tomorrow after I go to work and stuff like that. After I come back and after I come back from being a normal human being. All right, so man, man. All right, so we got Jared. I mean, not Jared. We got Dricus Du Plessis versus Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, once upon a time, welterweight champ. Dude was on the road. I think either he was on the road to breaking GSP's or Anderson Silva's title record, and this happened. Bam, 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 bam. and he didn't lose to a bunch of nobodies. He lost to Leon Edwards, who became the champ, and he lost again to Leon Edwards, and he lost to Hamza Chimaev. So not really bad. He lost he lost to a guy that became the champ, lost the title rematch, and then lost to a guy that became the champ in a weight class above him. So I mean, yeah, it's not a bad look on him. And Dracus himself, he is the former middleweight champ. Recently lost his belt to Hamzat, which that's the common denominator here. Both men lost to Hamzat Chimaev. And what was I trying to say? Oh yeah. So this fight, how do I see it going down? Listen, Usman is a freaking elite ass grappler, like a elite ass wrestler. Um, the thing is, DDP is also a good wrestler, and DDP is huge. Like I was looking at the pre-fight like weigh-in, DDP is a big guy, bro. DDP is taller than him, and he is just bigger than Usman. So I think the fact that DDP is like a pressure fighter and he likes to be in your face, I feel like he'll take this fight in a 3 round, like in a 5 round majority decision. I don't think Usman is going to knock DDP out cold. Like I feel like he's gonna try to out grapple DDP, and DDP is gonna push back on him, and DDP is gonna put that weird kickboxing pressure that he has on Usman and basically break Usman and on. Uh, well, I'm not gonna say break Usman in the later rounds. I feel like DDP has like the movement and the takedown defense to be able to win a 5 round decision against the welterweight champ. Plus, again, Usman 39, smaller guy. DDP is still in his prime. All right, he lost the fight to Khamzat Chimaev, who is a freak of nature himself, who also was in his prime until he met the prime killer himself. But I really think DDP gets this done, and it will be a 5 round unanimous decision win for DDP. Moving on, Jared Cannonier versus Leroy Duncan, also known as CDL. And this, ooh man, 42 years old, 30. And listen, no knock on my boy here. All right, his last loss was Michael Venom Page. He defeated RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez, tough customer. At the same time, another guy who's also like not in his prime, who was also having a good run. But Gregory Rodriguez is not in his prime. He's also an older guy out there, and he lost to Caio Borlalho, which is not. I'm not gonna say he's a note guy. And he lost to Nasruddin Imavov, which is you know I feel like he's next in line for a title shot. That's my opinion about Nasruddin. But if you look across from Jared, you got Christian Leroy Duncan, and Christian Leroy Duncan right now is just killing it. He's on a 4 fight win streak. All right, good striker himself, good MMA grappling, and dude has hands of steel. Dude can knock you out, and Listen, Jared Cannonier is 42, and that's not a knock on him. Christian CLD, let's just call him that. CLD will literally have the speed advantage on him. CLD is in his prime right now. The dude is tearing through the division, and I feel like our boy Jared Cannonier is the next victim, and we you can count it to be like this will not be a unanimous decision one fight. Um, because I feel like Jared is going to want to engage, and CLD will oblige. He's faster. He's faster on the attack. He's faster on the counter attack, and he this fight will end in a knockout. Like not a first round knockout, but let's say under 2.5. All right, or under 2.5 or over 2.5, but under three, under three rounds. I got CLD to win this fight under 3 rounds by TKO, like vicious TKO. Jared Cannonier is probably gonna get his walking papers after this fight. Then we got Chase Hooper versus Mitch Ramirez, which is the next fight. And I don't really know much about Mitch Ramirez. Besides, both men are on a two losing fight streak. Mitch has like hands, like KO for hands, and loses via KO. Has zero submission losses. 63% KO. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just gonna say Chase is the heavy favorite here. All right. Oh man, listen, man. If Chase, the fight is gonna be on whether Chase could take Mitch to the ground or not. The question is, can Chase Hooper take Mitch Ramirez to the ground? And that question, okay, the answer to that question will tell you how the fight will end up. If it's yes, Chase Chase Hooper wins this fight easily, as he's a master submission artist. But if this fight stays on the feet, as you can see, our boy here, our boy here, let's jump on his record real quick. Our boy here, okay, has a 63% KO win rate, 25% submission, 13% decision, and he's lost to Thiago Moses, who is not a bad fighter, UFC veteran, got KO'd by Mike Davis, Carlos Prates in the Contender Series. But outside the UFC, man, dude was doing good. Outside of the UFC, dude was doing good. Like, dude is really good. But in the UFC, it seems like he gets beat up on a little bit. So, man, my voice is breaking. You look at Chase the Dream Hooper, current two losses in MMA also. Submission 50%, 25% win KOs. 60% of his losses are by KO. I mean, I don't know, man. Because, listen, it's no secret on how Chase is going to try to win. And I feel like for Mitch, it's not going to be like he knows how he needs how to he knows what to do in order to win, and he also knows what to avoid in order to lose. What is he gonna avoid in order to lose? He's gonna avoid the ground game. He's gonna avoid the takedown. Is that gonna make him gun shy? I don't think so. I think he could still be. I think like he could. I feel like he's gonna sit on his base more and really try to take chase his head off. And with a 60% KO loss ratio, going against a guy that's literally that has 63% win KO ratio, it's like man, dude has never been submitted, and I don't think Chase is gonna submit him now. Maybe a KO. Chase is not known for KOing people, so I really have Mitch Ramirez running this fight by KO, if not KO by decision. Man, I'm just gonna enter that prediction. So y'all will be like, "Oh yeah, bro, you got a lot." No, yeah, fuck all that. Y'all just heard me say it. All right, it's gonna be Ramirez winning this fight via knockout. I said it. All right, we got Tabatha Ricci versus Fatima Kline, and Miss Kline is on a free fight win streak. 8 months ago, Angela Hill by unanimous decision. Melissa Martinez had kicked KO. Victoria Dubakova, another KO. And she lost a unanimous decision 2 years ago to Jasmine Davishevish. Okay, Tabatha Ricci lost to Young Charnan, Young Shinong Yang a year ago. Won up against Amanda Ribas. Ooh, Amanda Ribas is, tough, but and then lost to Verona John Deroba. And I think that lady there was once a title contender. It's like I'm not going to this. I'm gonna say maybe Vegas is right. I don't know. Maybe the fans are right, but my bad, yo. I feel like the Archangel is on a path, is on a tear right now, and man, this is why I should really pay attention to the women fights in the UFC. Okay, she's a decision merchant right there. I do not like going against decision merchants, but I do not like going with them just because they're freaking decision merchants. I don't know, man. It depends who's the better finisher, I'll say. And both of them are decision merchants. Let's just the best decision merchant will win. And since the Archangel here, Fatima, she's on a winning streak. She's got a good thing going for her right now. So I'll just say her by decision, you know. And then to kick off the main card, we got Tommy McCollin versus Alberto Montes. Tommy McCollin is 10-0. If I'm not mistaken, he's making his UFC debut. No, he made his debut earlier this year. There's gonna be a second fight versus Alberto Montes, who is 11-1 in his MMA career. These men are submission artists, it seems. Contender series, one win. Okay, so both men are like trying to show like who's the better contender series guy. And I'm just gonna tell you, like, I don't really know these guys' fighting style. I don't know them like that. So that kind of concludes UFC Du Plessis versus um Usman. So for the main event, I got Du Plessis winning via a 5 round unanimous decision, maybe split decision. I doubt a split decision, but a unanimous decision. But you can play with it however you want. Another local combat, which is in Overland Park, MMA, Kansas, September 5th of this year, is Crash Combat 8. I'm pretty sure you could view it live on MMAFutures.com. And the main event, we will have Tucker Eastwood versus CJ Hunter. Uh, Also in the main card, you got the vacant flyweight Crash Combat vacant flyweight championship. MMA Juan Reyes versus Daniel Del Rey. Both of these guys, man, are phenomenal amateur fighters. Juan Reyes, he is probably one of the best amateur flyweights in the Midwest right now. But out of Kansas, out of Wichita, Kansas, this kid here, like he takes the cake. And listen, man, I got David Del Rio by KO. I'm calling it right now. This will not go all five. I mean, all 3 rounds. This is gonna be a 2 round bout, and David will David by knockout. And we got Colin Reed versus Christopher Fuentes, another um, title fight for the amateur kickboxing fight. And Christopher Fuentes, man, this kid's been going on a run. Like this dude, look at him, boom, 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 just beating people up. And now he's fighting for the kickboxing belt in Crash Combat. Uh, Listen, man, MMA Futures, watch it. Crash Combat. I'll still be promoting a lot of their content, and this is just to go on the list of the names of the fighters going on. That's going to be fighting there. There's still a few more fights to be announced. When they're announced on the card, I will let you know. Um, MMAFutures.com, Crash Combat 8, Oberlin, Kansas, uh, September 5th. You guys will not want to miss it because your boy will be on this card. All right. I will be fighting on this card, and we're going to blow the roof off. We're going to blow the freaking roof off. So, Crash Combat 8, and my nose is getting stuffy. I have to be up in 3 hours to go to work. I'm out, y'all. Thank you for all those of you who are here, and hopefully we see y'all again. Peace.